Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, sir.
Can we start now?
Yeah, sir, we'll start.
Thank you.
Just give me a moment, sir. We'll share the screen.
No. I will introduce you.
Okay, sure, sir.
Good evening, everyone. This is Veer Maheshwar Charitable Trust MS India organizing daily international webinar series. In this series, speakers are invited from India and abroad. Every day, we are listening new topics from the speakers, and this is the academic engagement of the participants every day. Today, on 19th May, we have invited Shruthi S V ma'am, who is assistant professor and course coordinator of Dayananda Sagar University, CDOE, Bangalore, India. And her topic is research ID creation and management for academic visibility. This topic is related to all teachers because in research, what the importance of research ID of creation is and its management for our academic teachers. It's important she will explain in today's speech. I welcome you, ma'am, from my organization and from all the participants, those who are joined here. And I request you can start your speech now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Let me share the screen, sir. So the screen is reflecting, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank BETKAR sir for this opportunity. So without delay, let us start the session. So I have selected the topic research ID creation and management for academic visibility. So this is most required for every researchers, even before started researching or after started researching also. So as we see in the slide, why these research IDs are required. See, a research ID acts like a digital identity card for researchers in the academic world. So this research ID, irrespective of any research ID, it helps, we can say that, which is easy to find, easy to recognize and evaluate your research work. So if we consider global visibility, so the meaning itself explains, your research becomes visible to people across the world. Right? So even if we change the college also, when we are having research IDs, different IDs where we are going to create, even if you are going to change the college, change the university, or if you are in different country, so your publication remains connected to your research ID. So there is a question arises. What is the benefit of these research IDs when there is a global visibility? See, researchers worldwide, they can discover your work. They are going to, read your papers. So when they are going to read your papers, so which increases your citations, and we can have the collaborations as well. So from that, which improves the academic recognition. See, for example, a professor in another country. So they can find your paper through your ORCID ID or Google Scholar profile or any other IDs. Then if we consider unique ID, see, as we discussed, your research ID distinguishes what we can say you from other researchers with similar names. For example, my name is Shruthi S V. Even some other researchers also have the same name. But when we are going to create research IDs, it will provide unique ID. Even if you have the same initial, same name, so it will provide you a different ID. So which is unique, in which it will not repeat for any researcher. So many researchers may have the same name or similar names, but please do note, research IDs provide a unique number to avoid confusion. Right? So from this, we are able to, what we can say, have many publications in which we can incorporate the, what we can say, the research IDs. And from this, even if the same name exists also, we can prevent mixing of papers with other authors because we have unique IDs. Right? Then if we consider track citation, So the meaning of this, it is nothing but track. The name itself explains. Whatever the IDs, what we are having with respect to research, so which help to measure the impact of your research, whether it is related to your research or, whatever the papers you are going to publish. So what it is going to track? So number of citations, how many persons or how many researchers read your papers. So when they are going to go through your papers, so H index will increase. So which will impact on our research as well. So from that, which is useful for our promotions as well as academic evolutions. And when it comes to collaboration network, say research platforms, irrespective of any ID what we are going to create. So which help researchers connect professionally. So that is more important. Like how we can connect means like they can be a co-author, they can be an editor, or they can be a reviewers, right? So then if we consider unified publication list. So the meaning already I have explained. If you have the same name also, we are having different IDs. So from this unified publication list, whatever the ID we are having, so all our publications are collected in one place automatically. But for this, we need to integrate some of the research IDs. Then only automatically the publications, what we are going to make it. So automatically it will reflect in the IDs. So that is what unified publication list. So this is why, we need to have some of the research IDs, which is mandatory for the researchers. All right. So now let us consider the first one, ORCID ID. And one more thing I want to convey, basic IDs, which are most required for all the researchers, only those IDs I have considered in today's session. So first let us start with ORCID ID. So ORCID is abbreviated as Open Researcher and Contributor ID. So as I said, ORCID provides a unique digital identity for every researcher. So it is a 16-digit ID number. Even anybody can create this. There is no restrictions. Just we need to fill some of the registration form. So after that, we are able to get the registration ID with respect to ORCID. It's very easy. So all we can make it. So it is 16-digit identifier. So why we are having this 16-digit means, so as I said, if we are having the same name also, we are able to get different IDs. And when we are using ORCID ID, so definitely we will explore many things. So this ORCID ID can store 100 million plus records globally. Even we are able to access those. So when we are accessing the research paper, so definitely our citation will increase, right? Because which is globally recognized. And from this ORCID ID, we can link our publications. Not only paper publications, if you have book chapters, if you have conferences, if you have preprints, if you have proceedings, if you have grants, projects, everything we can incorporate or integrate with this ORCID ID. It's like a database in which we can store the publications which are required for us, right? So all academic work which is stored in one profile. That is what the ORCID ID. And also we can say that, this ORCID ID, which is recognized by major publishers. We are aware which are the major publishers like IEEE, Springer, Elsevier, and Belay, right? So these, they will accept and recommend ORCID IDs. Because once we integrate ORCID ID to another IDs, other IDs of researcher, so definitely they will recommend. So, and when we are going to have the publications in Scopus and Web of Science, so if we connect those IDs to ORCID, so definitely those paper publications, journal publications also, it will reflect under ORCID. So that is what, we are having many benefits by creating the ORCID ID. So all of you, please do remember, I think most of the, researchers aware of this, but still, once we created the account, definitely we are able to explore many things which are available in ORCID. So anyway, once I'm done with the explanation for the selected IDs, so after that, we'll have hands-on. Hands-on means just I will go through with the page. All right. So if we consider the next one, it's Google Scholar. So the name itself explains it is Google. Google means we are able to search anything, right? So this is also a free academic platform by Google. And also any researcher can create this profile. So from this ID also, from this Google Scholar also, we can track our citations, we can measure our research impact, and how ORCID is having some of the papers. So in the same way, this Google Scholar has like 400 million plus papers, which are only indexed. Right? It may consist of articles, theses, conference paper, everything. We can add everything into Google Scholar. So it is freely available. So anybody can create account, but whatever the publications, what we are having, so we can integrate to this Google Scholar. And when somebody is going to read our papers, so automatically that H index will increase, right? So, and also this Google Scholar also, it is like a very good profile feature, because automatic citation, it will track. For example, how many times your papers are cited by other researchers. And also they can visualize your co-author networks also. Right? So this is a public research profile. This Google Scholar is also a public research profile. So that is one more ID. And the next one I have considered ResearchGate. So this is also very, very useful, ResearchGate. This is also like a professional network in which we can connect to. So this ResearchGate, which helps to share our papers, connect with others, and increase research visibility. So for example, we are having some papers which are published in which we integrated into that ResearchGate. For example, I want the papers in which I want to access, but it is not available. Only the abstract is visible. So that time, if you want that paper, means we can request to them. So I need full paper, something like that, we can request to them. So whenever they are requesting, so automatically that message will appear in your ResearchGate account. So like that, we can communicate with other authors. It's globally. So how we are having like the number of papers and index papers with respect to Google Scholar and ORCID. So in the same way, ResearchGate consists of 25 million plus researcher profiles. So here we can upload, only the abstract or full PDFs also we can upload. And as I said, if you want any papers which are uploaded in the research profile with respect to ResearchGate, so we can request them for the full paper. And we can ask some queries. We can provide solution for those queries. And also we can follow some of the researchers. For example, we are having different fields. So depending upon our area, we can follow other researchers as well. So when we are following other researchers, so definitely we are able to get those papers as well. Right? So, and also when it comes to ResearchGate, here one matrix we need to consider. It's like RG score. It is a ResearchGate score. For example, how many, for example, WhatsApp, social medias will be there, right? So how many times you are going to open in a day? So in the same way, ResearchGate score matrix means like it provides your research activity and the engagement. So that is what ResearchGate score matrix. For example, today you are uploading one paper, manually or automatically. So tomorrow you are uploading 2 papers. So it all matters how much you are engaged with ResearchGate. So that is what RG matrix. And we are having DOIs, we are having preprints. So those things also we can upload into ResearchGate. All right. So that is what this ResearchGate. So even this also, it's freely available. We can create account in this. Now this is very, very important. Web of Science and Scopus. See, we can say that the 2 gold standards in citation indexed database. These 2 are more important, in which all the researchers have to publish papers under this. So when it comes to Web of Science and this Scopus, first let us consider what is Web of Science. Let us consider Web of Science first. So these are the 2 major academic database. Please do remember these 2 are the database. So why we are using these means to index the research papers and also to track the citations, to measure our research impact and also maintain our researcher profiles. So what we are having the IDs like Google Scholar, ORCID and ResearchGate. More than these 3, better we need to integrate ORCID ID to these 2, Scopus and Web of Science. So these Web of Science and Scopus widely used for academic promotions as well as research evolution. So which will measures, we can say that journal quality assessment. So anyway, we consider Web of Science and Scopus. So Web of Science is developed by Clarivate Analytics. So it indexes 21,000 plus peer-reviewed journals, irrespective of any program or specialization. So here in Web of Science also, which provides, we can say that citation report, depending upon the H index. Right? So this we can connect, Web of Science, we can connect to ORCID ID as well as the researcher ID. Like how we are having ResearchGate, in the same way, one more ID is available, that is researcher ID. There is a difference between researcher ID and ResearchGate. Anyway, in the next slide, I will explain those things as well. So this Web of Science, those who created the account, those who created the account in ORCID ID, so please integrate this to Web of Science as well as Scopus ID. So if you don't have the papers of Web of Science and Scopus also, that is fine. Just you can integrate ORCID to Web of Science and that Scopus. How we are going to create the Gmail ID? In the same way, just create the IDs in Web of Science and Scopus. So once your paper got indexed or published, so definitely you are able to get one specific ID for Web of Science as well as Scopus, depending upon the papers in which you are going to publish. So like how we are having, in Scopus, we are having 4 quartiles, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So in the same way, when it comes to Web of Science, we are having major 4 indexes. One is SCIE, and one more is SSCI, and next one is ESCI, and the last one is AHCI. So the first one is SCIE, which is for science and engineering, and SSCI is for social science, and ESCI for emerging journals, and the last one is for arts and humanities. So different quartiles we are having here also. So depending upon which area you belongs to, better you can go through that. So for everything, it's having different areas. As I said, SCIE, so which covers engineering, computer science, medical science, physics and chemistry. And when it comes to SSCI, so the full form is Social Science Citation Index. So here areas means management, education, economics, psychology and sociology. So they can have these papers, under this publication. Then when it comes to ESCI, please do remember the abbreviations. ESCI is Emerging Source Citation Index. So this we can say that this is not specifically to any specialization. It's like entry level Web of Science indexing, entry level. For example, just we have started the research means, so better we can have publication under this entry level Web of Science indexing. So after that, once we started publication under this, then we can move for first and second. And the last one, as I said, it clearly indicates arts and humanities. So which covers literature, language, like that. All right, this is what about Web of Science. Then if we consider Scopus. So Scopus, which is developed by Elsevier. So here, we can say that which indexes 25,000 plus journals. So compared to WOS, Web of Science, it has a broader coverage, even which includes conference papers as well, book chapters as well. So which provides site score as well as citation analysis. So those who are having ORCID ID, better you can incorporate this Scopus ID to ORCID ID. So that is possible even for Web of Science as well as Scopus ID. And when it comes to the size of the Scopus, it is 90 million plus records. 90 million plus records it has. All right. So this is what, the IDs with respect to Scopus and Web of Science. So if you don't have papers under this also, no worries. Just you can create account, how we are creating the Gmail account. So once you have the papers under this, definitely it will be automatically integrated to your IDs. So, after discussing this Web of Science and Scopus, if in brief, we have a comparison means, see, if we consider Web of Science, it's more selective indexing. And when it comes to Scopus, it is broader journal coverage. And one more thing, if we consider, this is known for journal impact factor, that is Web of Science. When it comes to Scopus, we can say that which is known for site score. So those are the major differences between Scopus and Web of Science. All right. So now this is very, very important. This one, irrespective of any specialization, all of you can create one Microsoft CMT ID. Because, it will reflect all the conferences, which, upcoming conferences as well, even next year's conferences as well, list of conferences it will display. So depending upon that, which one we want, we can proceed with that. And if you want to become reviewer, editor, so whatever it is, just the website is available under the conference, just you can go through that. So if you want to apply for editor or reviewer, so you can apply there. That is possible. So this is very useful. We come to know which are the conferences we are having irrespective of any specialization or program. So depending upon that, we can approach to them. So that is why it is mentioned. Even we can submit the paper also. We can review the paper also. We can go through with the conferences also. Instead of searching in the Google, better we can go through with the Microsoft CMT account. Anyway, this is also free. So here we can become the author as well as we can become the reviewer as well. So as I said, researcher ID, this is also very useful. There is a difference between ResearchGate and Research ID. We can create Research ID as well. This is also, it's free. But there is a difference between these two. So ResearchGate, which will give the citation score. For example, if somebody is going to read your papers, so definitely your citation will increase. So in the same way, there is a difference between researcher ID and ResearchGate. So Research ID, so please to remember it has some restrictions compared to ResearchGate. So Research ID, which is owned by Web of Science. But when it comes to ResearchGate, it is owned by ResearchGate company. Right? And when it comes to Researcher ID, what is the main purpose means, which tracks the citations and publications. Please to remember, only the citations and publications it will track when we are going to create the Researcher ID. But when we have an account of ResearchGate, what is the main purpose means, which share research and connect with researchers. For example, like once your paper got published, like you come to know how many researchers read your paper. We come to know. From that, the citation will increase. Right? And when it comes to Researcher ID, which focus on citation metrics and researcher identity. So please to remember this. But ResearcherGate, it is for networking and collaboration. So this Researcher ID, which is connected with Web of Science, whereas ResearchGate, which is connected with ORCID and Google Scholar. So we are having some of the differences between Researcher ID and ResearchGate, but still better to have both the accounts, irrespective of any specialization or any researcher. Because once we created the account, we will explore what are the negatives, what are the positives we are having with respect to that specific ID. But still, all these IDs, whatever I have taken for today's session, those are all very useful, in which it is mandatory to create for all the researchers. So this is what the flow in which I have taken the some IDs, which is most required for all the researchers. You can observe here, see this is a ResearchGate. It is alternative metrics. If you are creating or not, that is fine. But the Scopus ID, Web of Science, Google Scholar, ORCID ID, and Researcher ID, that is most useful. And in the flow chart, in the flow, you can understand we are connecting ORCID ID with every ID. See, you can observe Scopus, it is connected to Web of Science, it is connected to Google Scholar, it is connected to Researcher ID. So everywhere ORCID ID is present. So whatever your publications, whether it is book chapter, proceedings or conference paper, preprint, project or whatever it is, you can upload to the ARCID ID manually or automatically. So both are possible. So anyway, that I will just showcase how to make it. So anyway, just I will stop sharing the screen. Just give me a moment. Yeah. See, this is what the ARCID ID. So just you can create. See, you are able to get the 16-digit number. And some fields are here most required. So you can add according to your IDs, what you created, and the employee, educational qualification. So there is some required fields we need to enter in this ARCID ID, because which will reflect in all the other research IDs as well, because we are going to integrate that. So this is how, it will reflect once you created the ID. So please, whatever the publications, whatever the papers, conferences you are having, please do upload manually or automatically. So this is ARCID ID. Then if we consider Google Scholar, so this is what the Google Scholar, as I said, we can have papers, we can upload manually or automatically. So that option is also there. We can search also. If any papers are required, so we can search also. We can upload also. If you are searching the paper, automatically it will reflect once it is published. If it is not there, so just you can add manually also. That is what Google Scholar. And if we consider ResearchGate, so see here you can observe. I have some different mail IDs, so some of the papers are not incorporated here. That's okay, just to showcase how it will be. See, how many papers we are uploading. See, it will show. So if we click on this, it will show how many researchers read this paper. Somewhere it is there. Yeah, here you can observe how many citations, how many research interest score. So everything we come to know once we click on the respective paper. So this is what ResearchGate. And if you click on Web of Science, so as I said, just you can create the Web of Science ID and Scopus ID. How we are going to create the Gmail ID. Once you paper published and indexed, so definitely you can integrate into that ID. Automatically it will reflect once you have the ARCID ID. So this is what, depending upon this, you are able to get the ID also, Web of Science. And this is Scopus. So you can search the author as well. You can search the paper. So everything you come to know once you entered. So please do create the which are required IDs. So once you create it, definitely you start exploring all those things. And we will learn also. And this is what the CMT, Microsoft CMT. As I said, see, there is an option, all conferences. See, if we click on this, see how many conferences we have till 27. If we want, we can click on any one conference. If they have the data, definitely they will upload the required data. Just give me a moment. See, just I will go through this. See, for example, if we click on this, what happened? Yeah, see here. As I said, just go through with the conferences. Anyway, the website is available. So depending upon that, you can just go through the website. Their reviewer option is also there. Editor option is also there. If any such, or if you want to publish any papers in the conferences, that also you can make it. But we need to go through with the website. Instead of searching in the Google, better we can have an account in Microsoft CMT. And if you are any interested, as I said, if you go through the website, there is an option, reviewer editor. If they accept it, with respect to your application, you are able to get, see, both the options are available, author as well as reviewer. So they will send a mail. Through mail, they will communicate. I mean, they will assign some papers to you. So depending upon that, see, we can download the paper. We need to enter the review. So once the paper is accepted, so definitely we are able to get the certificate as well. So here, I mean, peer review papers will be there. So this is most useful as per my experience and what I have explored. So this is most useful. So this is what, I mean, it is not hands-on, just I have opened and closed the required things, because hands-on, it will take some more time as well. So in the meantime, if you're having any doubts, please do let me know. And this is the...
Thank you, Shruthi ma'am. It was a very informative and useful session. And
So please do, all of you,
if
those
you
who
want
not
to
created...
continue, you can go.
Yeah, sir. Those who not created the IDs, so please, I mean, make time and create these IDs which are most required. Anyway, we are having many IDs in which we need to create, but still, these are most required. So, I mean, yeah. This is what, just at least create ARCID ID, just you can integrate to Web of Science, Scopus and other IDs as well. So thank you all. If you're having any doubts, so please do let me know. So build your identity, build your impact.
Thank you, ma'am. For academicians, this is very useful to create various IDs, and you get all the information of our research paper publication, conferences with unique ID. That is very useful data for us. As you showed the chart of to create the ID, so all academicians will create minimum those IDs which you have displayed. Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
accepting our invitation. And I request participants, they can unmute and they can discuss with our speaker.
Yeah. Thank you all for your kind cooperation from starting to till now. If you're having any doubts, and once again, thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So if anybody has any doubts, so please do let me know.
Yes, very good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir. Very good evening.
Yes, I want to know that how can we proceed for Scopus indexed conferences if we are supposed to organize in our institution? So how we can go for Scopus indexed conferences?
Sir, it will depends upon the conferences, sir. I mean, where we are, publishing the papers. If the paper is, in that priority journal, so definitely it will be indexed. We cannot say all the papers which are in the conferences, they will not accept for a Scopus index. So it all depends, sir. Journal quality as well as the paper quality, it matters, sir. I think it's resolved for your query, right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, done. Thank you.
Dr. Sanand Shukla, sir, please. Dr. Sanand Shukla, sir, please.
Good evening, Dr. BETKAR, sir, Principal, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentation. And
Good evening, sir.
definitely when we are having our publication, it should be an authentic one and we should get identified at national, international level. Then only our research will remain viable. Otherwise, it will be dumped somewhere.
Yes,
so
sir.
that ID is very essential. I remember, the citation, number of citation is so important academically, especially during NAC. So they ask about how many citations are there. Madam, in Google Scholar, I got some technical problem. They ask about the institutional mail ID.
Sir, better we have to have the institutional mail ID. That would be better, sir, instead of having the personal mail ID. Even I have experienced the same. So better to have the institutional mail ID instead of personal mail ID, sir.
But they want org.com only. So it has become little troublesome because we don't have that, hotmail.com we are having. So, telling institute to develop something org.com, and it was required some kind of finance also to develop.
But
So
as
is there any option? Is there any option?
No, sir. As I experience and depending upon what I have explored, it is not asking those kind of things. If you are having Gmail ID, so better we have a institutional mail ID, because if you are changing the organization also, definitely it will reflect automatically. But as per my experience, it did not ask any ORG, those kind of IDs, as I experienced.
Okay. I will just go through it because I was trying for that.
Yes.
And then I just came back because of this difficulty. I will just try it once again.
You can try, sir, by using your Gmail ID as well as institutional. It will work, sir. For both, it will work.
Yes. Another very important thing, what I learned from this, if I'm going with Orchid Diary, I will automatically get connected to Web of Science as well as Scopus and other things also.
Exactly.
So instead of registering myself for everything, if I will go with Orchid only, I think maximum I will cover. That is what I learned from your lecture. So is it right what I have understood?
Yes, sir. Because once the paper got published and indexed means, so automatically if you are having integrated your Orchid ID into Web of Science, so automatically that paper will reflect in your Web of Science account. It is not required to add manually. If you are adding manually means, so that is not that much valid, sir, instead of automatically adding to the account.
Correct. Thank you very much, ma'am. And this is a very crucial topic what you have touched today, and definitely we have to explore further.
Exactly.
To make ourselves identified on a scientific platform. Thank you very much.
It is most required, right, sir? So we have to.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sanand Shukla, sir. It will be really helpful to all to create the IDs and those who are useful for academicians. Now, I request all the participants, they can unmute and discuss with our speaker. Thank you, Shankar, sir. Thank you, Dr. Sanand Shukla, sir. And thank you to all participants, those who are joined here and those who are joined from on behalf of Shruthi Madam's invitation. I see the new participants also are there. So I thank you to all for joining here. And in future also we will invite Dr. Shruthi Madam to have a speech on such a related topic for us.
Sure, sir.
I'm thankful again, and I request all participants, they can fill the feedback link so that they can issue their certificates. All new participants also can fill the feedback link. I will share the certificate to Shruthi Madam. Feedback link is available in the chat box. And all are requested to fill the feedback. Thank you, ma'am, for concluding within perfect time.
Thank you once again for the opportunity, sir. And thank you all the participants who has joined for the session. Thank you all.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.